water crisis is a situation where the available drinkable, unpolluted water within a region is less than the region's demand.
Dude, they're playing bubble soccer on the ice. Who? The ACC. Why aren't they hitting each other?
Because most people actually go to...
Nicholas, what's wrong?
I have no water for my crops.
Well, that's super convenient. I've got water right here.
Yeah! Yes! Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Crops here. Get your crops here. Good old crops here.
Hey, you got crops for sale?
Yeah. You want one?
Yeah, I got $1. How many crops will that get me?
3.
3 crops. You got a deal.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. No problem.
Ooh, my phone's back.
Hey Joe, look at this. I got you some water. How much water is in that?
None.
Actually, you need 3 gallons of water to make a bottle of water. Isn't that interesting? You like those jeans, Joe?
No.
No? You know how much water it takes to make those jeans?
No.
2,866 gallons of water just to make those jeans, and you don't even like them. My God. What are you doing there, Joe?
Trying to find the remote.
You're gonna turn on the TV?
Yeah.
You know how much water is used for an hour of television?
No.
10 gallons of water. Isn't that something? What are you doing there, Joe?
Cooking.
You're cooking? You know how much water it takes to power an hour of microwave?
No.
10 gallons of water. That's a lot of water, isn't it? Yeah.
Although solving the problem of water scarcity is a priority, it is not a simple task, for several major challenges need to be addressed before we are able to achieve this. Most of these challenges are caused by overpopulation, because nowadays in some parts of the world, such as the Southwest United States, North Africa, Central Asia, and the Middle East, there is not enough water to support the population, and physical water scarcity occurs. In the next decades, parts of the world with physical water scarcity will increase tremendously. Another challenge is poverty, which causes regions to have economic water scarcity that prevents people from accessing water either because the population cannot afford water or the country's infrastructure cannot properly distribute the water between its citizens. This is predominant mostly in Central Africa.
Hello class, how are you guys doing today? Today I'm going to talk a little bit about how people have tried to tackle this big issue of the global water crisis. And there's essentially 3 main ways we as a society have tried to tackle this issue. The first one being by finding new sources of water. And there's a couple ways we've tried to do this. One of them is by desalination of water. What desalination of water is basically changing seawater into clean water. And this sounds great, but there's also a downside to it. It's very costly and it's not energy efficient. There's a lot of energy that needs to be used in order to change seawater into clean water. And the other way that we try to create new sources of water is by building new water reservoirs. And that's being pretty effective. And the second topic is conserving water. So this is conserving water comes through the government putting laws. For example, in 1972, the government passed a law, which is the Clean Water Act. And basically what this says is that big factories can't discharge all their pollutants into water areas. And this has helped a lot in the US, but there's also a lot of developing countries, like Mexico, for example. There's these kinds of regulations, but there's so much corruption and things like that that they're not really enforced as well as they should be. So conserving water is a good way to solve this issue, but it's not being done to the extent we want it to be done. And the last one is reducing the need of water. And many countries have tried to go this route. For example, China. They've tried to do this by putting a limit on the children a family can have. And so this is basically population growth control. And they do this, they basically can't have more than one kid. And if you do, you need to pay a fee that comes with that. So that's an incentive for people to have less children and therefore control the exponential growth of society's population.